hat. Good morning, Ada. Well, good morning. It is the Thursday Memorial Day weekend, and it's moving day for us. We're getting ready to check out of the regional park that we've been in, and I've got to tell you, we've had a great time here. The weather's been really poor. It's been rainy and cold all 4 days we've been here, which is unfortunate because there's over 700 acres at this park and trails and hiking places and stuff like that. And it's just really a great little place. It's been quiet, sites are big. We're excited to get started on the next stage to Alaska, but we're not necessarily excited about leaving here. This is definitely a place that we want to come back to and spend a little bit more time. So we're gonna pack up and get on the road, and we'll show you some pictures of some of the still shots and things that we've taken through the rain while we've been here. And this is why you sweep your slides off. Let's get up there and take a look at the other one, see what that looks like. These trees up ahead are nice, but they definitely dropped some detritus. Okay, let's get started. So the slides look better, so let's go ahead and do our walk of checking for holes or things that are starting to separate. Oh boy. I see all the clogged channels here, but I don't have the right broom for getting up here, and I think it will be okay for travel, but when we get in, I'll get the other broom or the leaf blower, and I'll do it. It's kind of early this morning, and I don't want to get the big heavy leaf blower out here, and we're trying to get out of here, so I'll get back up here this afternoon and re-clean these and clean the gutters out so that when it rains tonight, we're a little better.
Sir, what do you think about your first dump station
Experience?
duty? Yeah.
Waiting in line's been interesting, kind of like being in a football game. I wasn't searched for mini bottles before we came here, though, so that was a bit different. All in all, right, not too bad. Met some pleasant people standing in line, kind of again at a football game, waiting to get into the bathroom. So, all in all, a very football or hockey-like experience, I'd say.
Hey, everyone.
So we are out of the campground. Once again, only filmed about the first third of it, hopefully you got to see that. But made it out of the campground, went to the dump station, and we are on our way to our first ever harvest host this morning. A family farm in Dover, Minnesota.
It's Frickson Family Farm in Dakota, Minnesota.
There you go.
We don't really expect him to know stuff. That's not his job. Yeah, true.
I'm just the driver.
My job isn't setting the haul mode on the truck. His job is not knowing where we're going next.
So really excited about this. Looks like they've added about 4 pull-through sites.
Their store looks fantastic in terms of fresh meat. We're really excited about that.
Somehow I don't think we're going to have a problem spending way over $35.
No, I think the problem's going to be we're heading into Canada in a week and we can't exactly take a lot. And oh, by the way, the freezer's not as big as what we had hoped for. Although we have that outside freezer.
Yeah, we can set that to freezer, which we may do because we don't use it as a refrigerator. So
that'd be nice.
Yeah, it would.
Because their meat and everything
looks really good. So yeah, I know we're going to be buying stuff there.
So anyway, so Paul Cook,
No,
I think
Paul Wolff.
Paul Wolff Campgrounds in west of Chicago in Elgin, Illinois. County Park? Kane County Park.
Yep, it's a county park. And it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I would go back there. I mean, there's not sewer. I mean, there is a dump station, but there's not sewer. So, you have to go and hook up when you're leaving, or if you're going to stay there long enough that you fill your black tanks, you may have to hook up or use a honey pot to empty. And I would be drinking bottled water there. The water smells we decided it was iron-y. I said coppery to begin with. It's very metallic smelling. It's, and so, yeah, I wouldn't drink it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, to take a shower in it, I got over it to take the shower.
Yep.
But I smelled it on my hair when my hair was wet.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was the bad part, but it was quiet. The sites were big. If it hadn't been raining just for all 4 days.
Yeah, lots of trails that we could have walked. Really nice campground, really nice camp host. I mean, it was really, really, really good. I would definitely go there again.
And you're 5 minutes outside of the campground. You've got Interstate 90, access to Chicago.
Yeah.
It's really great. You got to drive a little bit. You're in a really residential area. You got to drive to Walmart and stuff like that, but it's not bad.
Everything's 2 to 3 miles away, which is fine. And like even the super Walmart was a small super Walmart.
Right.
It was smaller than what we're used to, and I was kind of surprised at that with us being so close to Chicago.
Right.
But I mean, they had most of what we were looking. What they didn't have was a camping section.
Right.
They didn't, and they had to decide how to use their floor space, and it's a very, suburban, area. Not, I'm sure Walmart is like, we might sell some.
Look at that.
Stuff. Oh, he wants you to look at that. Let's see what he's trying to get you to look at.
There's a general RV.
It's General RV. I knew they had one here, but I didn't realize we had passed it coming in. Look at those Brinkley's, 3 Brinkley toy haulers. Couple Valors.
So I would definitely, even despite the fact that even if I don't need to go into work, which is nearby here.
Oh yeah, that was great.
I would come here to get into Chicago and camp and find a way of transiting down to Chicago and getting in to see the city.
You can take the train down to Chicago from here.
Right.
So, a lot of people stay here to visit Chicago. So, I think it's like a 45-minute train ride into Chicago, which really isn't that bad.
No. So it really, I told the attendant last night while I was checking out that we've been staying in KOAs and a bunch of other places, and that really is my favorite campground. Really nice and quiet. Bet it's going to be a lot of fun over the weekend. They're completely full, but the sites are big. Yeah. So the downsides of the water and the no dump stations, certainly in my mind, are way outweighed by the positives.
So what I would do if I was coming to this camp station is fill up somewhere else so that I was full of water. Mm-hmm. And I would treat it more like boondocking with electricity, right?
Right.
There's ways to get around it. We didn't actually hook onto the water until day 2. Yeah. Like the evening of day 2, we ran out of the water that we had brought with us. So, there are definitely ways that we could adjust and be there even for a week and not use the water. I'm not worried about the water. The water's not going to hurt you, and it's just not going to taste good, and it's got a definite smell. At least out of the faucet we used did.
Right. Yeah, it definitely reminded me of old house in Pennsylvania with iron pipes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Anyway, so all in all, we've got what, 3-4 hours to...
It's about a 4-hour drive. We're going to be staying just west of the Mississippi.
Okay.
And we're going to be in Minnesota, which is exciting. We'll be in Minnesota for the next 5 days.
5 days.
Because, you know, I didn't think about the fact that we're coming into a holiday weekend. And I had our route planned out, but I had not made reservations. I know. I was able to get reservations through the holiday weekend at a KOA in Minnesota. So that's where we're going.
Yep.
We weren't planning on going that way.
And you managed to find a KOA in Anchorage that we are staying in for a month.
Yeah.
Right going into the 4th of July weekend. Right? So,
right. We have to move out on the 4th of July, which I think is weird. They don't have any availability on going through the 4th of July weekend, or I would have stayed. But we will be there for, almost exactly a month.
Anyway, 3.5 hours to go today, and then we'll be pulling into our first ever Harvest Host. We'll take you shopping with us as we go into the shop there and buy way more meat than what we can eat. But
I think they have cheese too. It is Minnesota, and then they have fresh eggs, farm fresh eggs, possibly. Nice. So, and then produce. So, yeah, this is going to be expensive, but as long as we're supporting them, I'm cool with it.
Yep. So, thanks for watching. We'll see you later today.
Bye.
Mm-hmm. Turn into a driveway, big Burgundy Farm sign in front yard. Okay.
Do you see a big
I say that is it right there.
Is it this one you're turning into or the next one? There it is.
Okay. And a big button hook. Big.
I am doing a big button hook, but I still have to get the truck into here. Okay, so let's watch the back. We're coming. Okay, and then I'm going where?
Head down driveway past the store garage and house. Turn left by blue dumpster and big silver grain bin.
I see the kids on the go-kart.
See the blue dumpster there.
I'm watching the kids on the go-kart, Matt. If you would help me watch the kids on the go-karts and buildings. Because the last thing I want to do is hit our host kids. You may need to be able to tell me where to go when we pass this dumpster, just so that you know. Okay, so...
You say camping, see to the left.
Yeah, I know, but I'm going to have to button hook it again, aren't I?
Yep, sure.
Okay.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
I'm thinking now I'm not making it past that deer. Can you
Yeah.
watch the John Deere on the other side, because we can't afford that tractor?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I don't know where we're supposed to go.
Yeah. I don't either. If no one is around, just follow signs and choose one of the sites. First come, first serve.
Okay, but all the sites are taken.
So in the ultimate setup for Y Harvest Host, right? We spent through 2 2 hours today calling all the different vets we could find on Google at our 2 different places we're going to be for more than a day during business travel, during business hours, and no one could help us get the certificate of veterinary insurance. We walked into Harvest Host.
And well, we drove into Harvest Host, told them what was going on. They were like, we all just go to this vet up the street, Dr. Meeks. Oh my gosh, what a nice lady.
Yep.
And they were like, come on over.
So we got in with 5 minutes notice, and Ada's got her certificate, and we are ready to go.
Woohoo! We're going to Canada and then Alaska.
There